Woo! What's going on, guys? Orum's Forum coming at you guys, the Orum's Den. We're doing a late night podcast on a Saturday night, 9 o'clock. Had a little bit of free time. I decided to do a podcast. How's everybody doing on Saturday night? What are you all doing? I'm chilling out at home, and hey man, I've been looking at some prospects, getting some videos out. You know, things are looking good for Detroit Lions, man. We got the NFL draft coming up. We got free agency still kind of going on. What do you guys think about free agency extensions? You know, we're still waiting on Jared Goff. We're still waiting on Amon-Ra, St. Brown. You know, they were talking to Amon-Ra's agents or his people at the combine, and I thought something might have been done by now, but it seems like they're kind of waiting for something. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to get these deals done, especially the St. Brown. I still think that Jared Goff is going to get signed. We will see about that. But let's say hi to some guys in the chat. There's only 4 in the building right now. We just started. How's everybody doing? Donkey Kong, my guy. Woo! Super Bowl or best or bust, you meant to say. Holmes is the best GM ever. It's Brad's BPA, best player available at all times, regardless of position. Amen. Donkey Kong, I like it. Holmes is the man. You never know what Brad Holmes is going to do, right? We don't know who he's going to draft. We don't. Amen. We all want defensive end. We all want corner. You know, this O-line's a little depleted. He could go O-line heavy in this draft, and it's a really nice O-line draft, guard and tackle, by the way. There's my guy. Excuse me, guys. There's my guy, 9 Drinks. Woo! What's going on? I want to put Donkey. Whoa, I love this guy. I love it. Donkey Kong, 9 Drinks. What's going on, Keitho? How you doing, buddy? Gonna give you a star. Hey, by the way, guys, if you have me on Facebook, I'm trying to revamp my Orum's Forum page. If you don't know what that is, just look for my name, Mark Orum. It's pretty easy on Facebook, and then Orum's Forum, the page. Like and follow. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to get some Lions content on there. I'm trying to do like a lot of news, some Tiger news here and there with Detroit Tigers. Tigers playing good baseball right now. They have lost 2 in a row though, but they are playing good baseball at the moment. Donkey Kong, I think things are looking amazing. Sit back, relax, and let Holmes cook. That's right, man. There's my guy, Justin May, the rapper. How's it going, brother? Obsessed Detroit Lions fan up in here from Rochester Hills, Michigan. Go Lions, win us the Super Bowl before the day I die. I feel you, brother. I'm going to draft this year. So am I, bro. Going to give you a star. I will be there at least on day 1. I don't know about the other days. It's going to be tough to miss all that time off work, but I did put in for the first 2 days of the draft. But I will be there for sure for round 1. Going to be an all-day affair, too. Bringing a couple buddies. I'm going to try to go live on Facebook, on my channel. I'm going to try and do some things there. Man, I got some friends coming with me along the way. There's my guy, Crone. What up, man? What's going on, brother? I like that avatar. Look at the sea. So how's everybody feel, man? You know, it's a Saturday night. It's 9 o'clock. I know. I'm 51 years old. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing, man. No more going out for the kid. Well, I'm not a kid no more, but no going out no more, staying home. You know, I'm having a couple beers tonight, though. But, you know, how's everybody feel about free agency? How's everybody feel about the draft? Who do you guys like? Who do you want? What do you think Brad Holmes is going to do? Is he going to sit at 29? Is he going to trade up? Is he going to trade down? Is he going to trade right out of the first round? What is he going to do? We never know. My boy had his house 710. Woo, Latu is our guy. I did a draft analysis on him, guys. I'm starting to drop those videos. I've done 2 so far. One on Latu, and I think that's how you say his name. The defensive end / edge linebacker from UCLA, the UCLA Bruin. He is a stud. And then I did one on Johnny Newton, the defensive tackle from Illinois, fighting Illinois. He is kind of like the same type of player of Aaron Donald. He is not Aaron Donald, but he's kind of the same kind of style. 6'2", 295 pounds, 300 pounds, barely. But he is a force. He's a pass rushing defensive tackle. And I like him a lot. And so far I've dropped 2. Go check those out and give me a comment. But, you know, Latu is our guy, bro. I do love him a lot, but I don't think he's going to be there at 29. If Brad Holmes is going to get a guy like that, he's going to have to move up. My biggest fear is a guy like that, Latu, going to the Chicago Bears at 9, because I think he's going to be a guy that goes between 9 and 15. He's basically the third defensive end in this draft behind guys like Jared Verse from Florida State and Dallas Turner, Alabama Crimson Tide. But I think, personally, on my level, that I think that Latu is the most polished defensive end in this draft. He's got serious neck injury that happened 2-3 years ago when he was at Washington. He was a Washington Husky at one point, and he had a severe neck injury that he had to literally semi-retire from college football. Then he went to UCLA, and he was a superstar for the last 2 years and stayed healthy. So I do like him a lot, but I don't think he's going to fall to 29. Neither is Jared Verse. Neither is a guy like Dallas Turner. And those guys, after those guys, those three defensive ends, those edges, I think it kind of goes down. It's not a very strong defensive end class in my book, because after those three, I got Chop, Robinson, those kind of guys. Robinson, I think, is more of a project, even though he probably will go in the first round, but he's going to get drafted on projection and measurables. Let's see what's going on. Justin May. With the first pick of the 2024 draft, Detroit Lions select Justin May, quarterback or wide receiver. Whoa, dual threat from Rochester Hills, Michigan. Let's get him out there, brother. Get out there. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, brother. I did mine free agency. Love the Reader signing. You know what, bro? That was a very under the radar signing. I think, a lot of people don't respect the nose tackle like nowadays because it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Like, you're not going to see a bunch of numbers from a guy like DJ Reader. He did have those 2 quads that blew out 1 year and then like 2 years later, but he's a guy that does all the dirty work. He's going to command double teams. He's going to play the run. He's huge at 6'3", 335, 340 pounds. He can get his hands up. He can disrupt the quarterback, push up the middle, give the center and the guard all kinds of problems, and free up a guy like Aleem McNeil, who's going to get double teamed every now and then too, because he's starting to come into his own. He showed that he was a pretty good pass rushing defensive tackle. I think he had something like 5 sacks on the year. Then he had another one in the playoffs, total of 6 all year. Missed like 4 or 5 games. I think he would have been close to double digit sacks. So he's going to help out a guy like Aleem. He's going to help out a guy like Hutch, who's going to, maybe for once we can see Hutch have more one-on-ones, because he is double teamed a lot, because he is a problem. He is a problem out there. A lot of people don't like Hutch. I never understood it. People trying to say that he's too small. He's not big enough, like weight-wise. The man is 6'7", 265 pounds, and strong. Does he get bullied a little bit sometimes? Sometimes. But for the most part, he's doing his job. He's taking double teams on. Offenses worry about him constantly, and he's still putting up numbers. And I think he's going to be a 15-sack guy in the future, probably this year. I called 15 sacks last year. He had like 11 and a half. That's fine. I think he had a couple more in the playoffs. Didn't really do much against the 49ers, but it happens, man. But he's a superstar in the making, and I think a guy like DJ Reader is going to help out that whole D line. You're just not going to see it in the stat sheet. You're just not going to see the numbers. You're not going to see DJ Reader with 7 tackles, 4 pass deflects, and a sack. You're not going to see that, because he's doing all the dirty work, and that's what we want him to do. That's what we need him to do. Let's see what you guys are saying. So, hey, what's up, Roy boy? How you doing, brother? We're definitely moving up. I think we need to, and I think it would be a perfect time to do it. And I'm not saying do it because the draft is in Detroit, but if you want to make a splash and you want to get one of those defensive ends, like a Verse, Dallas Turner, like a Latu. If you want to take a shot on a Latu, I think it's a little bit risky, but he is my favorite guy now. Latu, I just think he's so good, but the neck injury is real, but he's been healthy for 2 years. But get some help on that D line. Like we got to what are we banking on here, guys? I love Brad Holmes. Don't get me wrong, but he is not void of criticism the whole time. He's not. He's done a great job here. Fantastic. Probably the best GM we've had, right? We can all agree. But personally, I think last year we were a cornerback or a defensive end away from at least making a Super Bowl appearance. But we went out and we acquired Donovan Peoples-Jones, good wide receiver, no real crazy issue with it. We didn't use him, 3-4 catches. He did have one big catch, I think, against the Rams in the playoffs. It was like a 19 or 20-yard first down catch. But other than that, what? He was kind of a fill-in for Raymond, who got hurt for the rest of the season. He was taking back punts, kicks, whatever. But he wasn't really used. And we re-signed him back. That's fine. He's going to have a whole new, now he's going to know the system. Is he going to be that number 3? What's he going to be? Because I think J-Mo is going to be number 2 behind Amon-Ra. So could he win that number 3 spot, him and Raymond fighting there right there, because Josh Reynolds is gone. He's in Denver. Salute to Josh Reynolds, And something about Josh Reynolds that I want to get off my chest too. I think he got the little bit raw deal in Detroit from the fans a bit. He was pretty clutch here. He was pretty clutch. Caught a lot of balls. Jared Goff, familiarity. I talk about it a lot on my channel. He knows him from the LA Rams. He's comfortable with Josh Reynolds. Caught a lot of first downs. He caught touchdowns. Moved the chains. He did a lot of good in Detroit. And then there was that stupid thing coming out that toxic fans drove him out of Detroit. Then he came back and said, that's not true. I don't know where that came from. Josh Reynolds was a good wide receiver here. He was a pretty solid wide receiver too. Not the best, but he put up some numbers. But I don't want Josh Reynolds to be just known for the guy that dropped 2 balls in an NFC Championship game. That's not fair to him. He was on the sideline kind of shrugging his shoulders, saying shit happens, I guess. I guess he mouthed that. He was probably a little bit bummed out. But Josh Reynolds was good here. Now he went to Denver. No idea why. There's no quarterback there. I don't even know who the backup is. Russell Wilson's gone. But hey, he got paid a little bit of money. Brad wasn't going to give him that type of money. And that might have stuck in the craw a little bit that he did have those drops. But he shouldn't be known for just the drops. He did have some pretty good games in Detroit. And he was one of the reasons why we made it so far. Not the sole reason, obviously, but he was one of the reasons why we did pretty well in that offense, man. And he's going to be missed because now we need J-Mo to duplicate that or be better. I think he should be better. You were drafted 12th overall. Do something. So Chrome should be gold. Oh, yeah, buddy. Give him a gold. Hey, Mark, good to see you. What's up, Gary Kissinger? How you doing, my friend? Hopefully everything is good with you. Mark, who is going first in the draft for Detroit? Your guess is as good as mine, my friend. Your guess. I have seen so many mock drafts that I can't keep up with it, man. I don't know what Brad Holmes is going to do. Brad Holmes is telling the world that needs are not a big thing. And that's okay. He's going to do BPA, best player available. But we do have some needs, guys. We really do. I think defensive end is huge. I think if you wait to 29, we're going to get the 4th or 5th best defensive end. So I don't really want to do that at 29. I'd rather move up. I'd love to move up and get a Jared Verse, a Dallas Turner, or a Leatu, whatever the heck, however you say his name. Latu from UCLA, man. I think he's the most polished defensive end in this draft from UCLA. He's my favorite guy so far. I would love to move up. But we got needs, like I said. Defensive end, edge, corner. Could they move up and get an Arnold, a Wiggins? Could Wiggins fall? Could Kool-Aid McKinstry fall to 29? Some of these, he's like the third or fourth best guy. I would rather move up, make a splash, and get the number one, number two guy at that position. Not wait and hopefully a corner or defensive end falls. No defensive end is going to, Latu could slip a bit because of the neck injury. He could be completely off boards. He could be completely off boards on any given team. Now, he's a top 10 to top 15 talent, I think, and I don't want him to. My biggest fear is that he goes to Chicago at 9. That's my biggest fear. But we need guards. We need guards. Both our starting guards, Graham Glasgow's 31, 32. Kevin Zeitler, 34, 35 years old. Love that signing, by the way. I don't think my take on that Zeitler signing was I don't think he's 10 times better or much better than Jonah Jackson, because I think they're two different guards. Jonah was really dominant in the run game. Zeitler, not as much, but Zeitler is a much, much better pass blocking guard. Probably one of the best pass blocking guards in the NFL. And I think it's been a shame that he only got his first Pro Bowl at 34 years old. But he was a good signing. We lost Jonah. Jonah was good here, but he did miss a lot of time. He's missing time the last few years. They weren't going to resign him. They weren't going to give him $17 million per or whatever that average goes out to. And I think we filled that gap pretty nicely. So guard could be on the board too, guys. You got to think about it. We got Taylor Decker, who's going to be in his last year of his contract at left tackle. Will he get extended? The two guards in their 30s. Frank Ragnow is literally on one leg. One leg. He was contemplating retirement at the end of the 2023 season. He played in those games like a warrior. He was a full-on warrior. And he did his thing, and he was in lots of pain. So are we going to grab a guard center? Are we going to grab a defensive end, a corner? My guess is what I want Brad Holmes to move up and get one of those defensive ends. But you're going to have to move up a ton. If you were to go get a Turner or first, you're going to have to go in the top 10. But I think Latu could slip between 10 and 15, but you still got to go up and get him. So I don't think that guy's going to slip down to 29. And are you going to wait for the third or the fourth best corner? Go up and get a corner. Go up and get an Arnold. Go up and get a Wiggins. Go up and get a Mitchell, who's just skyrocketing right now. Go get him. That's what I want him to do. What is he going to do? I don't have a clue, man. I don't have a clue. I will be there, though. I will be there. It's going to be fun. It's an all-day affair. I'm going to check it out. Hopefully I can run into some college players. Hopefully I can run into the Lions players. I doubt I will. But it should be fun. And we're going to have a good time, man. Wicks. Still looking up at the NFC best 49. Easy, buddy. Easy. Take it easy. Take it easy there, Wakes. I love you like a brother. I'm going to star you up. I'm going to star you up because I love you. We got a 49er fan. We got a couple 49er fans in here. Roy Boy. We got Chris Wakeham. Peace. There's a tough one, buddy. It was a tough one, man. 17-point lead. We were watching that game together, too. We were watching that game together. And then once they got it down to 10, I was like, uh-oh. Second half was weird. We stopped running the football. We forgot how to play offense, forgot how to play defense, couldn't stop Purdy. Drop passes. It was very strange what was going on. And I'm no conspiracy theorist. Hey, we're not doing that over here. But it was a complete epic meltdown. Campbell, if you want to blame Campbell, go ahead. I think he was part of the problem, but I'm not going to solely blame him. Badgley, not trusting Badgley because I think his success at kicking the football outdoors between 45 and 50 yards was at a 59% clip. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not good whatsoever. And I think, Campbell was trying to get closer because I think the one kick was 46 and the other one was going to be a 48-yarder. And Reynolds dropped the one on the fourth down, right in his hands, dropped it. It would have made it a very, very doable kick if they didn't score a touchdown. Who knows? But if you catch that ball, it's probably game over. But, we're rehashing this again, and it's making me sad. But it's okay, man. It's okay because I feel confident in this team. Are we going to get back there? That's going to be tough. But there's 14 in the building, guys. Try to get the likes up. Try to get the comments up. Send this out to your friends, your grandma, your grandfather, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, whoever you want. And tell them to come see Orum's Forum, Orum's Den. We're doing a late night podcast. I'm all over the place tonight, so we're talking about all kinds of things. Throw some questions out, guys. What do you guys want to hear? What do you guys feel? But when it comes to the free agency, I'm okay with what we did so far. Now, we took some risks. We took some risks grabbing a guy like a Marcus Davenport, who I think has a lot of talent. Okay? He's a Band-Aid. He's an absolute Band-Aid. I was arguing with some guy, I think on Facebook. He was telling me that, we got Marcus Davenport, Matthew Betts, the Canadian, the CFL guy, and James Houston. So Hutch doesn't need anybody. And Pascal, Comiskey, if you want to include those guys too. I'm like, come on, man. You can't rely on Davenport, who can't stay healthy. He is talented, though. He's big, he's long, he's 265, 270. He can get to the quarterback, but he can't stay healthy. He just can't. And then you got Matthew Betts, who's been a CFL superstar for the last couple of years, Defensive Player of the Year in the CFL. He did have a shot 6 years ago with the Bears. Nothing came. He didn't make the final cuts. He's not a guarantee to even make the roster. Then you got James Houston, who was a one-year wonder 2 years ago. Finally healthy, I think. Can he make a splash again? We need him. But we can't rely. Brad Holmes can't go into the season with those guys only. Just a group of guys making plays or trying to make plays. Because you can't trust Davenport. We don't know anything about Betts, really. I have watched him, because I am from Canada. I have watched him. It's hard to watch the CFL. I'm not a CFL guy, but I have watched it. He is good, but he's 28, 29 years old. Not that he's old, but I don't know if he's even going to make this roster. Don't even know. Practice squad, baby. But one thing he does well is he gets to the passer. Now he's beating CFL offensive tackles. That's the thing. So, he's had 6 years in the CFL. He's seasoned. Did almost make the Bears roster 6-7 years ago, whatever it was. Let's see what happens. But you can't rely on it, man. We're drafting a defensive end for sure. When are we going to? I don't know. But it's going to be either 2 DNs, 2 corners, guard. We got some needs, man. Wide receiver is going to be a little bit of a need too. I don't think it's a major need, but wide receiver, don't be surprised if they go wide receiver early. So we got needs, guys. What we're going to do, though, Gary, I don't have a clue. I wish I did. If you see my podcast last year, my live, man, I was dumbfounded when we drafted Jahmyr Gibbs. I didn't dislike the pick. I just was like, oh, a running back. Oh, Gibbs. I'm like, okay, he's good. I seen the tape. I'm like, hey, man, I like him. I was like, they're trading Swift. And they did the very next day, which I thought was good. And Gibbs was fantastic in this offense. Better than what a lot of people thought. Better than what I thought he was going to be. I knew he was good, but my God, is he really good. I think he's going to be really special. Stay healthy. Stay healthy, big fella. Stay healthy. We need Gibby to stay healthy. Kessinger. I think Brad may go up. That's my guess, especially if it's somebody that fits character-wise in need. Of course, man, that's what they love. They love the character. They love the fit. They're all about fit. They go after guys that love football. And that's fine. That's fine. But, they got to be productive. And they know what they're doing. I trust Brad Holmes. I really do. The last couple of years, he's killed. I think he's done really well ever since he's been here. You drafted your cornerstone and a guy like Penei Sewell. You drafted Hutch. You know, you drafted guys like Brian Branch. Hopefully J-Mo turns into something. You know, he's had some misses, but that's okay. But the early picks have been great, and he's got some late guys too. Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th round was an absolute steal. So he knows what he's doing. I trust him. What he's going to do, though, man, flip a coin. Seriously, flip a coin, because I don't even know. DJ Reader, if healthy, is a huge upgrade. Humongous, bro. Like I said, he's going to take away a lot of double teams. He's going to help out that D line, like a lot of people don't think so. If people that don't know football, and I'm not I'm not pointing fingers at anybody in this chat room, but if you know football, you know a nose tackle like that does wonders for your O-line. I mean, your defensive line, because he takes on the double teams. He plays the run immaculately. Our run defense was already phenomenal. This makes it better, which is something that's crazy because we were fantastic last year. I think we were number 2 in the NFL. I think we were number 2. So guys like that, and taking on double teams, like I said, so it's going to free up other guys. It's going to free up Aleem. It's going to free up Hutch, especially if you put Hutch right next to him. You can't double both of them. So, and he's a big fella. He's not a pass rusher by any stretch, but he's going to help out that pass rush. I hope people understand that. But you're just not going to see it you're not going to see it in the score sheet. You're not going to see DJ Reader's huge numbers, because that's not what he does. But he is one of the best nose tackles in the NFL, and that's humongous. Gary Kessler, you weren't alone on Gibbs. Yeah, man. I think a lot of people were like, "Whoa, Gibbs!" Like that was just I think it was kind of it threw me off, because we were at 6, and I was like, "Oh, what are we doing?" Seattle just drafted Devin Witherspoon, and I think that was his pick all along. I don't remember if I predicted that. I don't remember what I predicted at 6. I wanted Will Anderson last year, but Houston did their thing and moved up and grabbed him. So I'm not even sure what I was thinking they were going to do. I was probably confused. I probably just didn't know what Pat Holmes was going to do. But once Witherspoon went off the board, he traded out. So I think that was his guy. And Witherspoon was awesome for Seattle. Missed a little bit of time, I think, but he was fantastic. And he traded down 6 spots to 12, and they took a running back. And I was like, oh no, everybody's like, a running back, 1st round running back. And hey, he was fantastic. So I love it. What's going on, Justin Chase? What's up, brother? Everyone has a different pick than Holmes, but he has been right most of the time. Exactly. Don't be surprised if it's a guard. Don't be surprised if he stays at 29 and it's a guard. Really. I'm dead serious. I kind of hope it's defense, but I really don't want them to take like the 4th or 5th best corner or edge. I don't want that at 29. I don't want to Chop Robinson at 20. I don't dislike Chop Robinson, but I'd be a little bit more upset if he just stood there and he took him, because he's only getting drafted on projections and measurables. Freak athlete, but it's kind of like a flip a coin kind of thing for me with him. I like him, but man. Who's your favorite edge prospect in the draft or top 3? My favorite edge, bro, it is Latu from UCLA. I think he's the most polished defensive end in this draft. He can do everything. Play some linebacker, stand up, hand in the dirt, moving at defensive tackle a couple times. Not really, though. He's not huge, but he's 6'5", 265. He can do it. You don't really want him to do that much, but he can play linebacker. He can drop into coverage, play the run very soundly. And he's a dog getting to the quarterback. He's my favorite guy, bro. It was Verse for a while, and I was watching tape. Latu's my guy. But you're going to have to trade up to get him. That's the only thing, bro. I just don't know. I love taking Gibbs, beside the fact that we still had Swift. And I feel like that kind of made his value drop because we already had Monty. Yeah. So, hey, man, it's a 1-2 punch combo in the NFL, bro. Once they took Gibbs, we all knew Swifty was gone. It was gone. I think Swifty went right to the building and said, "Get me out of here." And I think that was the plan anyways. Swift had his best season ever as a Philadelphia Eagle. He went back home, went to Philly, had over 1,000 yards. He never did that here. Swifty was a good player. Swifty was good, man. He just, he was always banged up, missed some time. If he was healthy, he was always on that injury report, though. You know what I mean? So he's always banged up. He was limited. But I like Swifty. I got nothing bad to say about DeAndre. Tony C, what's up? No one can predict the Brad Holmes draft board. He values players differently than everyone. Exactly. He puts up that middle finger to everybody, guys. Puts that middle finger up, double up. He says, I'm going to do what I want. But we do have some needs, man, and it is real. The edge is real, defensive end, whatever you want to say. Secondary help, I think, is still big. That Sutton thing, it hurts. It hurts the Lions more than you guys think. If you know, you know. Sutton was a starter here. As bad as he was a starter. Now, our starting corner right now, and I got nothing against him, is Amik Robertson. Him and Carlton Davis. And I like Amik. He's 5'8", 185, 190 pounds. Plays bigger. He's a dog. He talks trash. He backs it up. You watch his film, though, and you talk to Raider Nation, they'll tell you one thing about the guy. They love him to death. They were upset that Raiders never re-signed him. They were very upset, actually. They wanted him back. But they did say this, and a lot of them said this about him. He's a guy that will give up a play or two, a big play or two, but he'll make up for it eventually in the game with a big tackle for loss, a big pass block, like a pass deflect, a pass breakup, a pick. So he does make up for it, but he does get beat a lot. He's a little bit of a liability. He's small. He is a small guy, but he plays like a pit bull. I do like him, but he should not be our CB2 at the moment. And I think Brad Holmes has to make some type of move to go get another corner. It's so hard to find good corners in the draft. It is. I don't really think there's a true lockdown corner in this draft. There's good ones. Don't get me wrong. There's not a Sauce, though. There's not a Jalen Johnson. But Jalen Johnson wasn't that in the draft, actually. I think he was a second-round pick by the Bears, but now he's a CB1. So, but right now, if you look, could Arnold be that guy? Could Wiggins? Could a Mitchell? Could those guys be true CB1s? I don't know. But Holmes has to find another cornerback. He has to. Whether it's Stephon Gilmore, somebody else in free agency, or the draft. I got a feeling they got their eyes on an edge later in the draft as well. I think they may have an Xavier Thomas in for, I like him, but hey, man, I'm telling you right now, bro, after the three guys, Verse, Turner, and Latu, it gets bad, I think. It gets bad at edge. It gets sketchy. You know what I mean? I don't like the draft class. I don't like the defensive end draft class. Yeah, man, I just love him, bro. I love him. I got something bad to say about Swift. He's with the Bears. I know that sucks. That does suck. Good luck running against us, though. That's all I got to say. Thanks, Ronald, for coming in, brother. I've never seen you in here, I don't think, man. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. And I do like that comment. He's with the Bears. He's enemy number one. He needs to be stopped. Good luck running against our defense. You can't run on us. We added DJ Reader. We're going to add some more pieces. We're going to be a tough team again to run on. We just have to fix that pass defense, man. You got to get some secondary help. We got to get some defensive end help. I cannot believe Sutton did all that. Definitely mixed things up this season. Just hope we get the money back. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with all that stuff, man. It went from like a felony to like just a domestic, like battery. I don't even know. There's all kinds of people saying he'll never play again. I think he'll play again. He'll probably get suspended this year. That's my guess, and no one will pick him up. But he'll be playing football again, just not with Detroit. What's going on, Dom the Bandit? Oh, yeah, man. Excited about the draft? Absolutely. I'll be there for round one, bro. True, though, man. I can't believe now the Bears got him. They dogged him the whole time he's in Detroit. Now that's yeah, exactly, man. Bears fan ripped him apart. I'm going to star you up there. They ripped him apart, man. Now they love him. They think he's going to run for 150 yards a game and like 2 touchdowns. I like Swifty, man. That they did improve that run offense. They were a good run offense last year only because of Justin Fields, though, because he was like a quarterback that ran for I think he outrushed all his running backs. But they were a good rushing team because of Fields, not because of the running backs. The running backs were dog shit. Sorry for swearing, but they were terrible. They didn't do much. Swifty, The good luck running with that O-line. It's not a very great O-line. It's not. They do run block better than they pass block, though. But I don't think he's going to be a crazy answer for them, So I'm worried more about their wideouts, man. Keenan Allen. Who else they got over there? DJ Moore. Ew. Cole Kmet. Ew. Oh, yeah, man. Carlton Davis is CB1. He's CB1 right now. Is he a true CB1? I don't really think he is. I think he's a really good CB2, but he's really good in man. You got to keep him in man. You can't keep him in zone, looking in space and stuff like that. Keep him one-on-one on a guy, and he's a better cornerback. But he is our CB1, yes, 100%. Yeah, of course, Davis is CB1. Sutton would have been CB2 with Davis. So is a new Sutton or possibly Mosley. And bro, I got no expectations on Emmanuel Mosley. I don't even know why we brought him back, man. I really don't. He's a good player. He's a good player when he's healthy, but he's never healthy. He's just never healthy, man. So hopefully he can stay healthy. I just don't see it. But hey, man, hopefully I'm wrong. Thanks for matching Brock Wright's contract. Yeah, man. It is a little pricey for a backup, $4 million. But if you look at the contract, Wakes, it's not going to be $4 million against the cap every year. The contract's actually really well structured. So it's not bad, man. He knows the system. He's a phenomenal run blocking tight end. He can catch the ball. He's not a crazy playmaker or anything like that, but they matched it because they love him. He's an undrafted guy, man. Undrafted out of Notre Dame. And he got himself a nice contract. But I was kind of shocked we did pick him up, that we did match the offer, but it's not as bad as I thought when it first happened. It's not a true $4 million per year. That's a thing that a lot of people don't understand about NFL contracts or just contracts in general. When it says, $4 million per, it doesn't mean it's $4 million off the cap that year. It doesn't mean that. It's structured to the thing where he's getting like $1 million something like each year and signing bonuses and, all kinds of stuff. So thank you, Wakeham. I know what you're doing, by the way. The main question I have with the Bears is, did they finally fix the O-line? No, not yet. Did they pick anybody up in free agency at O-line position? I don't remember. I really don't remember, bro. If Mosley healthy, what is his ceiling, you think? His ceiling? I don't know, man. He'll probably be CB2 if they don't go out and get somebody high or whatever they do. I think he can win that cornerback 2 spot. He can play in the nickel too. I don't know, man. I don't really know. He's had some okay years in San Fran. He's not people think that Mosley's some type of superstar corner. He's really not. He's good though, but he's just not healthy. I don't really know what to think of him. I don't really know. I expect nothing from him, Tony. Really, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be an asshole about it. I just don't expect nothing from him. I don't know if he's going to be healthy for camp. It's going to be the same thing, man. I hope it's not the same thing that we, he's not ready for OTAs. He's still, he's going to be on the sideline, though. He's taking mental reps. That's great. I don't care about mental reps, man. I really don't. I want to see this guy on the field because I think he can contribute. I just don't really know what his ceiling is. I think he can win that CB2 spot, though. If that answers your question, my friend. Kid from Toledo's good, but we'll go early. Oh yeah, that Mitchell. He's starting to shoot up boards. He's probably going to be a top 10, top 15, maybe 20 guy. Maybe even he could be a top 10 guy, man. He's shooting up boards right now. He'd be nice, but you're going to have to go up and get him. Mosley is still offering the same upsize he did last year, but for less money, so I think it's good for depth. Good price, in my opinion. Still want to draft the guy when they start getting exactly. That's a perfect answer, Justin. You said it better than me, my friend. Thank you, bro. It's good depth right now. He's super cheap. He's trying to get he's trying to get a big contract. Stay healthy, bro. I just want him to stay healthy. Win a spot. So, but our secondary is still bad. Like this Sutton fiasco, that stunt he pulled, makes this secondary worse. It does, believe it or not, because Amik Robertson is he's a little bit of a coin toss too as well. You know, he was starting games his last couple of years in Vegas. He was playing better, but as a true CB2, Gary Emick, Quenya Mitchell is a beast. Would love him, or McKinstry. Those are my top two cornerbacks. And what's his name? McKinstry could slip. He could fall to 29. I think he's like the third or fourth best corner, though. You got him as top two. That's okay. I think Wiggins is better, but who knows? Mosley will not be ready till November. But see, exactly, bro. I'm giving you a star. I don't want to give you a star, but you nailed it. I'm not betting you because I think you're right. Because I think you're right. And that's not what we need. Like, we don't need that. So we're going to be talking about this guy for months. Oh, man, when's he coming back? Our secondary is getting gashed. Look at the rookie out there. If we even draft a rookie, which I think we will, but who knows? But hey, man, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news either. But I'm thinking the same kind of thing, bro. JJ to the Vikings. JJ. Who? Oh, McCarthy? McCarthy, is that what you're talking about? The quarterback from Michigan? Well, the Vikings, hey, man, they need a quarterback. Their starting quarterback right now is who again? He did start a couple games for them last year. I can't even remember his name right now. Sam Darnold? He wasn't in Minnesota last year, but he's their starter right now, Sam Darnold. So JJ McCarthy from Michigan, if you don't know, Michigan Wolverines. Apparently, man, this guy's getting all kinds of love. I love JJ McCarthy. The only thing I don't have a problem with JJ is that we just didn't see the talent at Michigan because he wasn't asked to throw the ball all over the field. And Waken, man, you can agree with this, man. We were one of the best running offenses in the NFL in college football, Michigan. The whole time he was there, pretty much. Did have some weapons, though. Great O-line play. He wasn't asked to do a ton. Now, he's going to be a guy that's getting all kinds of love. He had a great combine. He got a good pro day, apparently. He's big, 6'3". He gained like 10, 15 pounds of muscle. He looks great, has an arm, can run. He's getting love. He's getting love. Now he's going to be a guy that's going to get drafted because of projections and measurables. You know, you didn't see it in college, but you think he's going to do it at the pro level. Now, I hope he doesn't go to Minnesota only because I don't want to root against him. I don't want to root against him. I love JJ McCarthy. I think he is a winner. He is a winner, obviously. Fantastic. Quarterback record at Michigan. But I think the Vikings they made a move with the Houston Texans and moved up to 11. It did some work, man. The Houston Texans are doing all kinds of moves. And I think now they have pick 11. So they have pick 11 and another pick. Could they move up into the top 2 or 3 and grab JJ? Because that's projected where he's supposed to go now. Either Washington, New England. You know, I think we can all agree that Caleb Williams is going to the Chicago Bears. It looks like that's going to happen. I don't want to see JJ McCarthy in Minnesota because I liked him at Michigan. I don't want to root against him. But hey, if he gets picked there, I will be an anti JJ McCarthy fan. Oh, especially if he's a Viking. Sorry, bro. It doesn't matter if you went to Michigan. You go to any team on the NFC North, you're done. Unless it's the Lions. I just think Wiggins is small, like George. Yeah, he's fast, so I got a feeling we don't look at him because of that. Who knows? Hey, man, I think height doesn't matter. Hey, man, they went and picked up Amik Robertson, bro. That guy can literally fit in your pocket. He's 5'8", 185, 190 pounds, dude. So, but I think we do need a big corner. I thought Wiggins was like 6'2". Here, let me look this up, bro. Let me look this up. I thought Wiggins was like 6'2". I could be wrong. Let me see. Corners. 6'2", 189 pounds, bro. That's not small. That's not too small. That's big. It's tall. 190. I like it. Any opinion on Braden Fisk? I like Braden Fisk. You know, I still have to do a little bit more work on him. I'm actually going to do a video on that guy coming up soon. I like him as a defensive tackle. He can get to the quarterback, play the run, good size. You know, could he be a guy that slips into the second round? I don't know. It looks like he's getting a lot of love. I do like him though, bro. He paired up nicely with Aleem, eh? He would pair up nicely. I do like him. And he had a very nice combine too. I thought Amik was like almost 200 pounds. He's like 190, 185, 190. He's 5'8", bro. 5'8". He's tiny, dude. He's tiny. He's built like a pit bull, though. Like, he's got some, like, if you're 5'8", 185, 190 pounds, you're built like a pit bull. So he's got a little bit of size to him, like muscle, but he's just short in stature. Steve-O, what's up, bro? Wiggins measured 6'1", 173. I was close. 6'2", 180. Right? That's what I thought. 180, 185, 190. 173. He must have lost some weight because I think he played a little bit bigger at what's it called? What school did he go to again? Man, Clemson. Oof, forgot. So yeah, man, you know, I do like him, and I will give you a start. That's not a bad size. That's not small. Weight-wise, it's a little bit tiny. I think he can gain another 10 pounds, though. He needs to put on about 10 pounds. Some mocks have Brock Bowers available for the Lions. No shot. He's there. Thoughts? I think that's ridiculous, bro. I actually heard that on the radio. Man. Mike Valente, and Rico Beard spitting venom, like saying that stuff. Brock Bowers. Why would we do something like that? I love Brock Bowers, but you're right. He's not going to be there. No shot. He'll be there at 29. He's probably going to go top 12, top 15. And why would we do that? Like, okay, you're going to put Sam Laporta and you're going to put Brock Bowers out there. Good. Great. I'd rather get an ex wide receiver. I'd rather get a big-bodied wide receiver than – and he's going to be great, but I just think it would be ludicrous for the Lions to do that. I think it'd be very stupid. I'm 5'8", 220. Jesus, man, you're 220. You're a tank. Wow, brother. Holy shit. 5'8", 220. You got arms. Look at the arms, though, bro. Yeah, I hope JJ doesn't go to the Queens. I don't want him to go to the Queens, bro. I don't want him to go to the Queens. We have 7 picks. That's right. We did have 8, right? We traded that for that third-round pick for Carlton Davis, I believe. So, yeah. Brad will trade up and get our next Pro Bowler. I'm hoping he trades up and gets one of those edges or one of those corners. Please do that. Wiggins did run a 4.2. Yeah, oh my God. He's fast as hell, bro. Fast as hell. There's some people saying that he's a little bit overrated. I think he's a good corner. I think he's one of the top corners in this draft. I wouldn't mind seeing him in Honolulu blue and silver. Yeah, I agree with you. Justin. Excuse me. What's going on? Why can't I click on your thing, bro? There it is. I think Bowers is gone before 20 easy. Yeah, I think so too. You know, yeah, Mike Valente and the Rico Beard telling the world that they should trade up for another tight end. Do you imagine the chaos at that draft if they traded up for Brock Bowers? It could be a riot. You know what I mean? That would be crazy. Yeah, you're getting the best tight end, but come on. My goodness. By the way, who's going to this draft? I'll be there, round 1, going early. Don't want to make it a gong show though, because I want to do some actual work for my channel and my Facebook channel. And hey, if you haven't already, guys, follow me on Facebook. Look up my name, Orum's Forum. Oh, we'll mark Orum, Orum's Forum, and join my Orum's Forum page. Like, follow, click. All kinds of stuff, Lions content, Lions news, maybe some Tiger news. I have thrown some Detroit Tiger news on there too. Thanks, guys. Do me a solid. I appreciate it. Don't need a tight end. I agree with you, Tony. I agree with you. We got Laporta. We got Brock Wright. We got James Mitchell still kind of hanging around. I'd like to see a little bit more of James Mitchell this year. He's had that injury bug, for the past couple of years. I'd like to see him a little bit more out there. I think he's got really good hands, but we just don't use him enough because he's banged up and he's just kind of low in the totem pole, right? So I'm thinking it would be a badass to get Braylon Allen. Oh, he's a huge running back, bro. And put him in the Cabindo role, size of a tight end, has a patch guys and reps the running back, gives us 3. Yeah, man. And you could get a guy like a Braylon Allen late too, bro. You can get him late. You probably get him in the 4th, 5th round. That wouldn't be bad. I actually like that. He's a stud. He was a stud at Wisconsin, man. Big old dude. Big old dude. It's going to be a weird draft, guys. Like, it's really hard to pinpoint what I think they're going to do at 29. I don't know because I don't want to sit at 29 and grab the 4th, 5th best available guy. I really don't. And I think that's what we could possibly be doing. It scares me a little bit. Steve O, I like cornerbacks that have makeup speed. Cornerbacks running a 4.5 need perfect technique. Cannot take. That's a very good take, Steve O. You're getting a star there. I do like that a lot. Yeah. Wiggins has got that makeup speed for sure. If Monty gets hurt, he would be the goal line short yardage dude. 240 pounds. 240 pounds, man. He is a monster, dude. Those Wisconsin boys, man. Those Wisconsin running backs, they churn them out. He'll be a hell of a weapon. I think so too, bro. I think so too. I like Braylon Allen, actually. I like him, man. And you can get him a little bit later if you wanted to. He could be a guy that could go super late. He might, I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to guarantee it, but he could be a guy that doesn't go drafted. I think he'll be, it's not a good running back draft. It's not. There's the Trey Bensons and stuff out there. Braylon, I think, that Braylon Allen is a little bit down the totem pole, but he could be a guy that goes in the 5th, 6th round, maybe not even drafted. It could happen. He reminds me a little bit of like Ron Dane. I think went to the same school. If you remember Ron Dane, he was pretty good, like in the NFL for a little bit. But yeah, man, he'd be pretty good here. He'd be pretty good here. But he could be a guy that could go UDFA. Vision Stealth, love that avatar still. What's up, Mark? Sorry for joining late, but hope all is well. Hey, man. Late, early, doesn't matter, my friend. You're in here. Let's go. I hope you're good too, my brother. How serious you take Green Bay to take the division? Oh, hey, man, I think Green Bay got better. I liked what they did in free agency. They got Xavier McKinney. It's a really good safety. I was kind of hoping the Giants were going to re-sign him. What else did they do? They picked up a linebacker. Did they pick up a linebacker? They did a couple things in free agency, I thought. They got rid of Aaron Jones. They don't really have a running game. They did reacquire A.J. Dillon. They don't have a running game. They got a pretty good old line. Defense is going to be stout. Of course, they'll take him serious. Jordan Love looked like he was the real deal last year, bro. He looked like he was the real deal, man. First year, pretty much starting. Been in the league for 3-4 years. Did the Aaron Rodgers routine. He looks good. He had some bad moments. He had some really bad moments, but he had great moments. Carved us apart. He took us to the woodshed. So I do take that. I do take him serious. I take the Packers serious. I think it'll be us and the Packers. I think we're winning the division again, though. I called it last year. I'm calling it again. We're winning the division. Not worried about the Vikings, even though they have done a little bit with their defense. Their offense, I think, is going to struggle huge because of their quarterback situation, and they're going to have to move up and get a rookie. If they get a rookie, he's going to have ups and downs. It was J.J. McCarthy. If they wait and get like a Bo Nix or a Michael Penix, they do something like that. And the Bears, I think, Bears could push the Packers and the Lions too as well. But they're going to have a rookie quarterback who's going to struggle at times, going to look good, but their offense looks really good. Their O-line is the problem. It's going to be a major problem, I think, still. They'll address it probably in the draft. But those weapons, man, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet at tight end. It's scary, man. Swift, that running back, you know what I mean? They got weapons. And their defense has always been good. They always got that Bears defense, and they picked up a few guys too. So I am concerned about the Packers and the Bears for sure. But I think we will win the division. Brandon, I was only 20 years old. I didn't know that, man. I thought he was about 22. Thank you, Steve-O, for that one. I didn't know he was that young. Damn. How many years did he play at the Wisconsin? 2, 3? Man. FGB. We all know what that means, bro. F the Green Bay Packers. What team are you most excited to see come out this year? Part of me is really excited to see how Seattle does with that DC from Baltimore as a head coach. They've been drafting well, too. Same GM. My Houston Texans, man. For me, it's Houston. We play them, I think, on Sunday night. I think I saw a podcast or I saw something online. We do play them, and I know it's in Houston, but I think it's a Sunday night. That's the team I'm going to keep an eye on. They have loaded up. They have absolutely loaded up. Defensively, offensively, they've gone all in. They're making moves. They're not probably done making. I don't think they have a first-round pick, though. I don't think they have a first-round pick because I think they traded it to Minnesota, and they got out of that. But they're making moves. But they're loaded. They are absolutely loaded, and I think they're going to be fun to watch, man. So for me, it's the Houston Texans. Here, let me click on you, brother. It's the Houston Texans. Someone in the AFC there. They're probably going to win that division, too. Everyone assumes Caleb's going to turn into a great guard. We don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think he's a good quarterback. He's weird, though. He is a weird dude, but that doesn't mean he's going to be bad. He's had some great moments. You know, he's a good quarterback. He's an emotional kid, that's for sure. That doesn't mean he's some type of punk, though. But, you know, he's going to have like a rookie year where he's going to go up and down. He's a little bit of a different kid. So is he going to mesh with his players? Time will tell. I hope he falls flat on his face. I'll say it right now. I'm not a Bears fan, so I want him to fall flat on his face. JT's massive perp. What's up, bro? We can beat Houston, but it's still going to be – yeah, it's going to be very hard, bro. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a Sunday nighter from my understanding. But they badass and will be crazy to see Hunter and Anderson on. I know, man. Will Anderson, if you guys know, was my guy last year, and I wanted Hunter on the Lions this year. That's going to be insane. These guys could possibly get – you know, I think Anderson had 7-8 sacks last year, maybe less. He's going to get more this year. I could see those two alone having 25 sacks. Hey, Detroit fan, man, if only one or the other, would you want whatever cornerback at 29 and have him challenge in camp to start, or instead of bringing another free agent cornerback like Xavier Howard or Stephon Gilmore, and then avoid cornerback until day 3 of the draft? Yeah, you know, I don't want to wait and get like the 3rd, 4th best corner. I really don't. Not that there's going to be a bad player at 29. Whoever gets drafted at 29, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good player. But positions like, you know, rankings, you know, it doesn't really matter too much, but it does for some people. For me, it does a little bit. I'd rather they go up for Xavier Howard or Stephon Gilmore and maybe wait till round 2, maybe round 3. But we need help. Josh Jackson, our staff has done wonders the last 2 years with injuries. Let's hope for another solid year in that aspect. Absolutely, Josh. Alan started was 17. If you go off breakout age, my goodness, 17. He must be smart as hell. Damn. How do you know it's Sunday night? I heard it on. I saw it online from another podcaster. So I'm kind of not 100% on it, Tony. I kind of see he said it leaked out. I don't know. I don't want to say the guy's name, but he said it leaked out. And I'm hearing that it's on Sunday night. That's what he was saying. So who knows? Hopefully that's true because that's a great game. Zakwa, just hope we load up on defense's draft. If the offense is top 5, defense is top 10 to 12. This team can win a Super Bowl. Absolutely. But don't be surprised if they go some offense here, brother. Don't be surprised, man. This O-line is starting to get a little bit depleted. You know, we got Decker on a contract year. He's older. Ragnall's on the last leg. Our 2 guards are 30 years old plus. One's 34. Don't be surprised if we get like at least 2 O-linemen here. Look at the top 5 NFC who got better in free agency this draft. No one tops our defensive line if healthy. Hey, man. Hey, bro. I agree with you. I think we're going to be one of the best teams again. Packers got better though, and I thought the Bears got better. I really do. Steve-O for sure do. Plus we got Monty. 2 years more. Braylon. Yeah, like to develop good experience, and he's a badass. He really is, man. 49ers D line still better than Eagles. Absolutely. We got a lot of work to do on this D line, bro. Dom the Ben. I wish we got some more pass rush help. Davenport has injury history. Yeah, man. You know what? He's a good defensive end. He's never healthy, and it kind of sucks because he is pretty good. He just can't stay healthy, man. That's the problem. And I really am expecting him to play like a handful of games, 5-6 games, and then he's probably going to miss the rest of the year. I hate to say it, but it's just that's what I think is going to happen with him. Whatever Brad decides to do will be the best decision ever. Hopefully. Probably the reason Gilmore hasn't signed yet. Maybe he wants too much. Probably, man. I'm hearing his market's around 10, 11 million. Maybe he wants more. Maybe he wants a little bit more. It'd be nice for him to come in though, like to a team like Detroit, play with his brother. His younger brother's here. So why not, man? Take like 7, 8 million. Not like he needs the money. He's had big contracts before. I was thinking the same thing. I just absolutely. D-Ray, what's up, man? You think we would trade up or down the draft in the first round? Thanks for coming in, D-Ray. I don't think I've ever seen you here. I appreciate you coming on board, man. I really do, brother. I'm thinking that we're going to trade up. It's more of a hope thing for me, though. I would love to get one of those top defensive ends, like a Jared Verst, a Dallas Turner, a Latu from UCLA. And after those defensive ends, I think it kind of falls off the cliff a little bit for me, man. But or move up and get one of those top corners, get a Mitchell and Arnold, make a splash. Not because you're in Detroit, but just I think we're very close. This team is close. I think a lot of us didn't expect this team to go as far as they did last year. If everybody can agree with me there. I predicted 10, 11 wins. I think I said 11. I forget. I think I said 11. I think I said 11 wins. We won 12. And I said we would win one playoff game. We won 2, made it to the NFC Championship, and we should have won that game. But you didn't. And I think a lot of the reason why it was because, cornerback, defensive end, lacking. So I would love for them to trade up and go get a top corner or a top defensive end. That's what I want them to do. It doesn't matter what I want, though. Trade up and get an edge rusher. 100%, bro. They're really doing downtown Detroit up for the shot. I can't wait to be there, boys. How much longer? 20 days. 20 days. Or 19 days. They're doing absolutely. Donkey Kong. Brad will do what he feels is best. Absolutely, brother. How disappointed will you be if you trade out of the first round while there? I'll be shocked. I'll probably be disappointed, man. I'd be like, come on, man. So, I'm taking the day off work. I'm probably not going day 2. I'd like to see a player. I would really like to see a player here. You know what I mean? To getting drafted. I don't think he trades out, though. Maybe it's just a little bit me being hopeful, bro. But I'm hoping he trades up and gets somebody. But I would be disappointed, bro. On a scale of 1 to 10, it'd probably be like a 7 or an 8. I think a lot of people would. Now, people would just be like, wow, like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're going to get players. He's going to acquire draft picks if he trades out of there. Obviously, they're going to get more. They're going to get more draft capital. But, we want to see a player. I want to see Holmes make a splash, man. He's done it before. He traded up to get J-Mo. I'll trade up, and trade up to go get someone else. I want one of those DNs. Great to see you back on at the streams. Any podcast you're thinking of joining around draft time? Whoever I run into down there, I'm going to be talking to a couple of guys. I'm hopefully hooking up with Avery Giovanni from Spirit of Detroit. What else, man? Detroit Lions podcast. Those guys will be down there. Hopefully Walt Stringer. Those guys will be down there. Darcy Melville. I think Micro Mike and those guys online are going to the Soaring Eagle, which is shocking to me. I thought they'd be downtown Detroit for that. Like for the first day, but I think they're coming the second day. I want to meet those guys, though. I haven't met Micro Mike, man, and I've been talking with that guy for 4 years. But hopefully Avery Giovanni, Darcy Melville, a couple of guys, Walt Stringer. If those guys are down there, I'm trying to reach out to some guys, man. If not, I'm probably going to go live on my own channel, just do a bunch of stuff and just be with buddies, man. Just having a good time and enjoying the moment. Oh, Canada. Yeah, buddy. Later, Mark. Got to go next time. Star you up, Gary. Thanks, brother. Thanks for coming in. I seen you with Micro Mike. Why I got your stream? Love your insight, bro. Thank you, D-Ray. I really appreciate it, bro. Gonna get a star there. I appreciate it. I really do, man. Micro Mike's my dude. Love that guy. I got to start doing more pods with him. I've been kind of off the pod, like a little bit off the streaming a little bit, man. I'm trying to get back into it. You know, it gets a little bit, you know, not boring with me, but it's just, you know, I got to get in it. The juices flowing and they're starting to flow again. I still can't believe the Lions are in conversations to get out of the NFC. They have been a shit show for decades. Are in conversations to get out of the NFC. Are conversations. I don't get what that means, bro. To get out of the NFC. What do you mean? You mean playoffs? I think you trade up before you trade out. I agree, Chris. I agree. You just got starred for it. You just got starred, my man. I agree too, bro. I don't think he's going to trade out, man. I don't think he's going to. But what Brad Holmes does and what we want is a whole different thing. What I don't get is the 49ers have all these huge contracts, still giving them out while top contracts are what? Decker and Ragnow, don't think any. Because that's because the cap is a joke, bro. I've told you guys this, and this is my opinion. The cap is a joke. Is it a real thing? Sure. But you can manipulate that thing into whatever you want. You really can. This is why I argue with people online about like, oh, Brad Holmes can't go after someone at the trade deadline. We got no money. No. You make it work. You make it work. You do this, you do that, man. You capologists, they're professional mathematicians for a reason. They can do it. Now, some teams take the cap very serious. Some GMs, some owners, whatever, they do. And I think Brad Holmes is that guy. I think he's a guy that takes the cap very serious, doesn't want to overspend, doesn't want to underspend. He just, you know what I mean? Well, he does want to underspend, but he doesn't want to blow out anything. Like, and then there's some teams that don't give a shit about the cap. They will sign a bunch of dudes to massive contracts and worry about that at the end. Like, love Brad Holmes, what he does. I think he needs to make a splash, but he's a guy that cares a lot about the cap. He doesn't want to overspend for guys. And I think it hurts us in a way. Mark, you driving to Detroit for draft or taking the bus? Oh, I'm going over with a buddy, man. He's driving. Yeah, I'm going over. I don't trust the tunnel bus like in this city anymore. Ever since COVID, man, it's been a shit show. It's been they go over like once or twice a day. I'm not taking that chance. We went to a baseball game last year. Me, my wife, and my buddy and his wife we went to go to a Tigers game. We didn't get there until like the 7th inning. Then we saw like maybe the 8th inning. We had to get out of there and go catch the bus back to Windsor, or we were at the cab it back. And we missed the Tigers comeback in the 9th. I was so pissed. It was incredible. We saw like one inning. It was nuts. I think without seeing the live board, it's foolish to guess trade up or down. Hey, this is what we do, bro. This is what we do. We're just having fun here. We're just having fun, bro. I don't think it's foolish. We're having fun. You know what I mean? Trade up, trade down, stay there. It's all good. Go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, buddy. Salary cap isn't really real. I don't think it is, dude. I really don't think it is. It's there, but it can be manipulated. I've always thought that, man. You argue with a lot of people online about it, man. And there's people that there's two groups, man. Some people love the cap and they think the cap is the only thing. This is what we do. We got to go by the numbers right here. No, you don't, man. You don't. If you want to worry about the future, okay, then you don't overspend. You don't overspend, but you can still manipulate the cap. That's why they got outs. They got bonuses for like lessons, dead cap hits. I wish I was a capologist. I wish I was that smart to where I could just like be a capologist, because I'm telling you, it's a joke. The 49ers have a quarterback on a 7th round salary. That helps give them. Of course, it does. That does help. And when he gets paid, he's going to get paid. But it's not the only reason. It's not the only reason, because even if he was a good quarterback, in which he is, they're still going to sign guys. They're still going to find a way. Teams will find a way. They don't give a shit about the cap. Some teams do, some teams don't, bro. I'm telling you right now. I mean, get on the NFC and go to the Super Bowl. Okay. Yeah, man. We're going to the Super Bowl, man. We're going. Yeah, but if they push the money out of whatever it is, they're going to be a 5-10 year in the future where the finances suck ass. God, I hope so. They'll find a way, though. They'll find a way. That's why there's outs, man. You can pay these guys through the nose, okay? You can pay these dudes through the nose. You really can. But then, say a guy gets paid, just making an example, 4-year, $80 million. And he has a 2-year out after 2 years. You save some money on the cap. You save some money on the dead cap. You know, you got to pay a little bit here and there. It gets manipulated. The money gets manipulated into bonuses, all that shit, man. I'm not a big the cap guy. I don't believe in it. I think it's bullshit. It is there. It is real. I'm not saying it's fake or anything like that, but it's a joke to me. We're what, buddy? I bet we drafted an O-lineman on these jobs. Sorry, Tuppo. Oh yeah, dude. I'm telling you right now. I've been kind of setting myself up for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they can't move up, they can't move out, they kind of stay where they are. They could draft a really good guard. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, they do keep kicking it down. That, like I said, there's some teams that take it serious, but they could have got out of that. They just weren't smart about it, bro. They just weren't smart about it. Like, look at some other teams. Look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They go after guys. They pay a bunch of guys too. They've done it. 49ers doing it. Yes, they got the Purdy deal going on. But, you know, if the Saints really wanted to get out of it, they would have done it in a smarter way. They just really didn't. They just didn't, man. They overpaid for guys, right? I think Goff wants 5 years and Detroit wants to do 3 or 4 at most, or the deal would be done. That's a possibility. He's got 1 year left on his deal this year, 2024. I was kind of hoping that he would just get a 3-year deal, make it a total of 4 years, and have an out after 2 or 3. You know, $45 to $50 million, whatever. I don't think he's going to take the 45. Maybe he wants an extra year or two. You could be right, Purpose. You could be right, JT. They could be just waiting, though. They could be just waiting, you know, right before the draft. Maybe make a big announcement right before the draft. Jared Goff comes out and makes a pick. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, it all could be set up. But I think Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff are going to get their money either before the draft or it's going to happen. It's going to happen before the season starts. Before the season starts, probably. That's my guess. Eventually, every team spending money will have to dump salary and start a rebuild. That does happen. Yeah, man. We had to do it. Yeah, we had to do it, man. What's his name? Holmes had to come in, start dumping some guys. You know, that is a reality to it as well. You got to get rid of some guys to build it back up. And then you want to keep it. You know, Holmes wants to keep it at a nice level. But I just think, you know, there's just so many ways to manipulate it. I just think it's just a joke of a. It's just a joke, man. I've never really been big on the cap. I think you can always manipulate numbers and you can find a way to get a good player, even if you have like $7-8 million left. You figure it out. I know that was signed Goff, but I wonder about Hooker though. Hey, I like Hooker. I'm gonna give you a star. 26 years old, healthy. Is Jared Goff not signed because maybe they like Hooker more? You know, there's all kinds of speculation going on right there. I think they'd be foolish not to sign Goff, though. I think they'd be foolish because Hooker, you just don't know. Loved him in college. Loved Hooker in college, especially at Tennessee, obviously, right? He's been to a couple schools. He killed it at Tennessee. Tennessee kind of has that video game offense, but I think Hooker, he did well there. And I think we got a steal in the 3rd round. What's going to happen with that, though? We always wonder about it, but I think he's going to win that QB2 battle. Look at the former regime we had with Matty P in Detroit. It was a joke, made me sick watching that team. Did not work at all. That was salary cap hell. And that was a team, though. That was a team trying to build the Patriots. They were trying to build the Patriots 2.0. It didn't work. It didn't work, guys. That didn't work. That was a terrible, terrible thing they did there. Oh, those guys, I can't stand those guys. Pay St. Brown now, absolute stud. He's getting paid, dude. He's going to get paid. He's going to be a top five guy in the league. He's already a top 5 receiver. He's incredible. He's absolutely incredible, man. And people still don't give him a lot of respect because he's not 6'3", 220 pounds, which is, I think, is ludicrous because he's phenomenal. Worst thing happened to a team is spend big money on a free agent and turn out to be a bust for them to trade Flowers, Kenny Galladay. But what if they turn out to be really good? They turn out to be really good that, you know, the Galladay was a mess. Flowers was a mess. You know, that's sometimes you got to take that shot. I'm not saying go out and get everybody. But I think Brad Holmes should have made a splash this year. But he knows a whole lot more than I do. He's way better than what I do. You know what I mean? I don't do that job. He knows what he's doing, but that's what I think if they would have got a Danielle Hunter mixed up with Hutch, I don't know, man. I think it'd be crazy. Comfortable with Hooker as your backup for the year? Yeah, man. He's still got to win it though. He's not going to be handed the job. You know, they re-signed Nate Sudfeld, who's just a body, pretty much a coach at this point. Hooker's going to win that job. He is. Hooker will win that job. I'm comfortable with it. I think anytime you get any backup quarterback, bro, that has to come into the game, you're fucked anyways. Oops. Shouldn't have swore, but you're in trouble. I think you're in trouble anyways. So it's like, I'm okay with him. I'm okay with him being there, man. Anyone that doesn't think Hooker would be good with a line is crazy. Never watch it. Exactly, man. I think he's going to be good. I liked Hendon Hooker, bro. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be good here. Just when is he going to play? You know, so I think they're extending Goff at least 3-4 years, bro. So when does he play? When he's 29, 28? He's already 26. I think he's turning 27 soon, right? Or did he just turn 26? Hooker might be like a Love where he'll sit for his entire rookie deal, but Goff is still young as well. Not like old. Exactly. Goff's only 29. He's going to turn 30. It's not old. I like Goff. I hope we don't overpay for him. He's improved, but is still limited. Isn't very mobile. His arm isn't the strongest. He's getting 49, at least 48 to $49 million, bro. So if you think that's overpaying, I don't know. But that's what he's getting. I agree with you, Mike. Sometimes BHDs are too worried about bringing new personalities into the locker room. That's what it is. I think it's great that they love fit. They love culture. You know, they're the football guys, man. We're just the fans on the other side. We don't see it. We don't get to talk to the Danielle Hunters, the Xavier McKinneys. We don't get to talk to the Devondre Campbells, the guys that have been in this league that have done things. You know, maybe they're not. They're just about that bag. They're just about the money. Who knows? But could you imagine a Danielle Hunter with Hutchinson, bro? Houston is going to be a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter coming from the edge. Wow, bro, that's scary. And you could have been, you know, and we could have been saying the same thing with Hunter. But hey, what happens, man. It's done. I got to talk to Iffy all year after playing him in a veteran football game last year in Arizona. He said, watch the defense this year. Okay. Oh, did you actually talk to him? I love it, bro. I love Iffy, man. He's a guy that finally came on too. About time. Oh, a little bit injured here and there. Didn't know if he was a corner or a safety. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited about this year. I just hope the defense is better. They got to be better in that pass defense. I like that Latu, wherever you spell it, from UCLA, and Chop Robinson Penn. Latu is my guy, bro. Chop, I think, is more of a project. I'm not saying he's bad, but I think he's more of a project, man. You know what I mean? He's a crazy athlete, but I think he'll be a little bit raw coming in at the NFL level. But he's probably going to get drafted in the first round just because of his measurables. You probably see last year, and he was a little off the cuff. Yeah, exactly. If he would have been healthy, we needed him healthy last year. He just, ran his mouth too much. Ran his mouth more than he played. Whatever, that's his game, but we needed him to play. We got DJ Reader, though, with Aleem. Don't forget that. And I love that signing. I love the DJ Reader signing. A very underrated signing that a lot of people don't think was that great. Some people are like, oh, he's a nose tackle. He doesn't sack the quarterback. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. 15 is a new average at quarterback now. It's like you said, how we did. I don't think he's going to get 52. If he gets 52, man, I'd be shocked. But hey, like you said, that is the average at quarterback now, especially when you're winning. And that's what Goff is doing. I don't think I'm hoping he doesn't get that. But like I said, those numbers can be manipulated. Houston easily best offseason so far. I think those 2 weeks, I agree with you 100%. I need another beer. And they're upstairs. Hey, what's up, Jorge Cantu? What's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming on the show. I like Darius Robinson a lot more than Chop. I'm kind of, I'm on the fence with Darius too. I like him too. I think he's more. He's a big defensive end. What is it, like 280? 280. He can go inside as well too. But he kind of reminds me a little bit of Pascal. Not that that's a bad thing, but I think he's a little bit. I'd like to see a better playmaker at that position. If it's Robinson or Chop, I think we're waiting a couple years on those guys to really flourish. That's just my opinion. Not that they're bad players, man. Just I think we're going to have to wait a bit. I played in the charity game with them and a bunch of players. RG3 was my quarterback. Oh, wow, that's cool. RG3. Right on, brother. They're really taking their time on that Goff signing, though. Yeah, man, they're taking their time on that St. Brown signing, too. Like who knows what they're doing. I think they're going to wait until either before the draft in a few weeks, or it's going to happen just before the season. Who knows, man? I don't really know. Maybe they really don't trust him. I don't know. How about Kool-Aid? Everyone drinking the first round, I would be okay with it. I like Kool-Aid. I think he's one of the 3rd or 4th best corners in this draft, though. I'd rather have a Mitchell or a Wiggins, or an Arnold. But I do like him. I honestly do like him. I think he probably will go in the first round. Houston won the offseason so far. They spent huge money, man, making deals. They're going to get Stephon Diggs. I thought was pretty big too, even though I think he's a big cancer. Hopefully he doesn't ruin that. Hopefully he doesn't ruin that locker room because he is a problem. He's been on 3 teams in 10 years, but he's such an amazing talent. I know we didn't sign Jonah, but Kevin Zeitler could be an upgrade. Like I said about Zeitler, man, I made a video about it. I don't think it's a crazy upgrade in the pass blocking department. It totally is. Kevin Zeitler might be one of the best pass blocking guards in all of the NFL. Really. Run defense, not run offense, run blocking, not as much. I don't think he's as nasty as Jonah. Not that he's bad, but he is a super technique guy. That's what he is, and I think that's why he's better at pass blocking. And I think a lot of our pressure, like from the defenses coming into pressuring our O-line, most of our pressures, quarterback hits, hurries, sacks, pretty much came from the inside. I know Decker gave up quite a bit of sacks last year, especially against Green Bay. I think he gave up 3 or 4 alone in that game. But a lot of pressure from the inside from like guys like Glasgow, guys like Jonah, and we, guys like, Sorsdal coming in, the Coyote Awosika, those kind of guys come in playing guard was a little bit of a problem. And I think that's why they went out and got Zeitler, who's an exceptional pass blocking guard. He's 34 though, but he's been a pillar of health too. Knock on wood. I'm not sold on Chop, just an athlete to me. No real moves, better guys. I think he's a super athlete, bro. He's raw as hell. I agree with you. He's going to take some time. I think he's going to take a little bit of time. But he's got the measurables, right? He's one of those guys that they look at him and go, oh, look at this guy, 6'3", 255 pounds. Oh, he looks the part, you know what I mean? But he's gonna struggle a bit. He's gonna struggle here and there. I just trust what Brad Holmes does. I really haven't dove into the draft this year. I'm starting to really get into it, bro. I got a couple uploads. I got a couple drafts coming up. Draft videos coming up. I've already done 2. Check them out, bro. I think Wiggins will get bullied if he's too small for me. He's light. He's light in the ass, but he's 6'1", 6'2". He played at about 180, 185. I think he lost weight, though, for the combine, apparently. Came in at like 173 or 175 or something like that. But he's 6'1". And who knows if he'll be a CB1, but I'd like him as a corner. I do like him. That goes as far as whatever happens with St. Brown and Goff. I trust them. Oh yeah, man. Look at those guys locked up, man. They're getting locked up, guys. But I'm going to stop this at about 10:30, guys. I got 6 more minutes because hour and a half is pretty good. I appreciate all you guys coming in here, man. I love talking football. Got to start doing this more. I say the same shit every time. Got to start coming in here a little bit more, hanging out with you fellas. It's a Saturday night. This is what I do. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys coming in here, man. Orum's Forum, Orum's Den, talking Lions football, draft, free agency. We're doing big things over here, man. And like I said, guys, if you guys have me on Facebook, if you follow me, look me up, Mark Orum. I got another page called Orum's Forum. Like and follow that if you don't mind. I appreciate it. And I'm going to pump out like Lions news, hopefully throw some videos on there. Detroit Tiger news, just throwing out like just from the highlights from games and scores, stuff like that. But it's mainly a Detroit Lions content page. Oh, there's my baby right there. She's getting a star. Hi, baby. That means I gotta go upstairs, guys. So I got 4 minutes, and I'm gonna go upstairs. How you feeling on NFL Network with a 49er fan standing next to you first round? I love it, bro. I love it, Chris Wakeham. I love it, buddy. I love it, man. You better be all on 49er gear, too. We're both waiting a long time. We're both waiting. So, you know what I mean? We're waiting a long time to go there, buddy. We're waiting a long time for our picks. So who knows what happens? Who knows what your guy does? Who knows what my guy does? We don't know, brother. But I'd love to have you next to me, bro. You know that. Do you think Leggett will be there at 29? I think the Bills might. Yeah. He's a stud. I like that kid a lot. He could be there at 29, but the Bills, they need a wide receiver bad. They lost everybody. The Bills are drafting a wide receiver. So, yes. I'll look you up on Facebook, bro. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, bro. Yeah, at 29, absolutely. Peace out, brother. Good seeing you. Hey, my boy Vash. I'll call you later. We'll check the show and see what you guys are talking about. We're talking draft, bro. We're talking free agency. We're talking money. We're talking cap. We're talking all kinds of things, bro. We had a good time. I'm going to be out of here in a couple more minutes. 10:30 is going to be the cutoff point. I really appreciate you guys coming in. I'm going to try to get a couple more pods before the draft. What we got? 19 days. So I'm going to try to get 2 or 3 out. Videos are coming, guys. More draft analysis of some college players. And, yeah, man, just having a good time. That's a guy right there, bro. That's a guy. I just did a draft analysis on him, if you didn't see it. Defensive tackle out of Illinois, man. Kind of reminds me of Aaron Donald. 6'2", 295, 300 pounds. But he can play the run. Surprisingly plays the run pretty well, but he is a force rushing the passer. He's a good little player, man. He's a little bit smaller for a defensive tackle at the NFL, 6'2", 300 pounds. That's small, but I do like him a lot, dude. I just did a draft analysis on him. Check out that video, bro, and make a comment, man. I really appreciate it. But, yeah, I like him, man. Defensive tackle. Pair up pretty nicely with Aleem right there. So I still think Broderick Martin is a little bit of a project. I think that's a big reason why DJ Reader is here, because they're almost the same type of player, same type of size. I think Martin might be a tad bigger, if you can believe that. But Reader is like 6'3", 330 or something like that, and Martin's like 6'5", 340 pounds. So that's wild to me. I've been saying his name since the beginning of the year. I like it, brother. Good taste, bro. Good eye for talent, because he can get it done. I really do like him a lot, dude. I think he's going to be good in the NFL. He could slip to us, man, because some NFL teams hold a standard for size, right? They like the bigger defensive tackles. He's that guy that can kind of play in the 0 technique, bounce him all the way out to the 7, plays up and down the line. Might even play a little bit defensive end all the way out in the 7, right? So they can play him out wide and he can get to the quarterback, man. He has a crazy first step. The only thing that's kind of bad about him is that he has a lot of penalties at the college level. He jumps a ton, a lot of penalties. He's just a little bit undisciplined, but I do like him as a player. Hope we snag him. He's a beast. I love him too, brother. But hey, guys, I'm going to be taking off. I really appreciate you guys coming in for a Saturday night. We got to about, I think, 30 people watching this at most. Not a lot, kind of last minute thing like I usually do. I appreciate it, guys. Detroit Lions, one pride. Detroit versus everybody. Let's go. Boom. Woo. Hey-oh.